What's good, everybody? Greg Hickman here with the Scalable Podcast. And in this episode, I want to break down the one piece of advice that I heard in early 2017 that literally transformed our business. Let's get it going. For 3 years, my agency built funnels and automation systems for the biggest names in marketing today. Since then, I've transformed that agency into a hyper-profitable training and consulting business. While everyone is out there talking about scale like it's some sort of destination, we'll be asking the real question. How do you transform your business into a more scalable model using the knowledge, skills, and expertise that you already have? This podcast is here to give you the answer. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share the strategies I'm using to build my multi-million-dollar business. My name is Greg Hickman, and welcome to Scalable. What's going on, my friends? Look, in this episode, I really want to talk about something that I heard at a conference that then got reframed and reiterated to me through working with one of my previous coaches that really transformed my business and was really hard for me to digest in the beginning and honestly instilled a little bit of fear in me and my team. But when we committed to applying what we learned with what I'm about to share, it radically transformed how fast we were able to grow our business. And it's this concept called the 5 1s. And I originally heard this concept from Clay Collins. And Clay Collins was he's the founder of Lead Pages. I don't think he's the CEO anymore. Lead Pages is a landing page tool. Opt-in pages and all that stuff. And I was at a conference, I forget which one. It might have actually been the Lead Pages conference, but he got up on stage and said, look, if you want to grow your business to 7 figures and really to whatever dollar amount you want to grow to, and you want to do it as fast as humanly possible, all you need to do is focus on the 5 1s. And when you focus on applying and implementing these 5 1s, you will move faster than you've ever moved before in your entire life and in your business. And so what I want to do is I want to share what those 5 1s actually are. So if you're listening, just imagine an upside down triangle, all right? And there's 5 levels of that triangle, right? So an upside down triangle, and there are 5 levels. And this concept is called the 5 1s, right? Concept is called the 5 1s. And here's the deal. He got up on stage and said, look, the fastest way to move, to get to 7 figures and really move your business as fast as humanly possible is to do these things. At the top of the pyramid, the first thing you need to focus on is one avatar. One type of client that you serve, right? And this is really, for many of you, you're just like, what happens now? Like, I don't know how to do that, right? And this is one of the biggest challenges for most agency owners and service providers that are struggling to grow is they just serve too many different types of people. And we were at the place when I heard this where we were serving essentially one avatar, but when we took one layer down, the next one of the 5 1s is one solution, right? One offer. So, all right, if you want to move fast, you need to work with one avatar, focus on one avatar, focus on one solution. Right? So what is the one thing that you're helping them achieve, or what problem are you helping them solve? Then the next one is one conversion method, right? One conversion method. So how are you going to convert leads into prospects and prospects into clients for this one solution? And then what's your one traffic source, right? So if you're looking at this pyramid, at the top, one avatar, one solution, one conversion method, one traffic source. Those are the first 4 of the 5 1s, right? So let's reframe this. For us, we were serving online entrepreneurs using Infusionsoft. Pretty much everyone that we worked with were selling some sort of online course, coaching, or mastermind or service. The key thing for us is they had an online business and they were using Infusionsoft, right? when I first heard this, I was like, sweet, like we're pretty checked off here. Like we checked that off the box, right? But then I very quickly was like, oh crap, like we don't offer one solution. Like we kind of just do whatever it is they need us to do. And that resulted in us having this massive service menu. We would transition people to Infusionsoft. We do live webinar funnels, evergreen webinar funnels, product launches, new client onboarding campaigns, you name it. We did all of it, right? And so we had varying solutions, but the solution was dictated to us by the client. We weren't saying, hey, get this complete system that incorporates a couple of these things, right? And so what we need to do is figure out, all right, well, how do we deliver one solution? And really, when I think of one solution, I kind of think of one offer, right? How do I say, hey, this is what we do? If you watch one of the previous episodes on how to productize, what is the one problem that we solve? Here's our solution. It's the fixed price, fixed duration, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What's the one thing that we were able to sell that one avatar, right? So we want to make sure that we can check that box as well. Then one conversion method. Like what is our one sales process to turn those prospects into clients? Right now, I see a lot of people, hey, look, I'm the first to say we love sales and marketing funnels. We love building them. We help our clients build them. But what ends up happening a lot of times is you have like 1,000 different ways for your leads and prospects to engage with you. And they're opting into this, they're opting into that lead magnet, they're over here. And there's no clear path from problem to, hey, get on our calendar to let us like help you figure out if we can serve you with this one solution, right? There's no clear path. And honestly, if you want to move fast, and if you're under 7 figures, focusing on that one conversion method with one solution, one avatar, those are the 3 things that are going to help you move, super fast, right? And just optimizing. The next one I talked about is traffic source, right? It's like, where are most of your leads and opportunities coming from? A lot of times we're spreading ourselves too thin. We're trying to do LinkedIn. We're trying to do Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're doing Periscope, or if that even still exists. We're on Facebook. We're doing networking events. We have referrals, right? Like these are all different things. But when he said one traffic source, he talked about focusing your energy and your efforts on one place that is going to kind of become your flagship communication for acquiring leads, right? So for us, it's been Facebook, right? We have a Facebook group. We do Facebook ads. We use our Facebook business page. These videos, get brought into the Facebook world, not just YouTube, right? But the podcast, obviously, it's like syndicated in these other channels. But like my focus in distribution is really around one traffic source. Now the kicker, the 5th one, is the one that most agency owners that I talk to, like one avatar, one solution, that usually makes them feel like, like I'm not sure I can do that. They're a little bit more on board with the one conversion method, the one traffic source. But here's the deal. You got to do all of those things for 1 year. You got to do all of these things for 1 year. So focus on one avatar, one solution, one conversion method, one traffic source. Do those things for 1 year and your business will move as fast as you've ever seen it move. And I can honestly tell you that some of the challenges that my business has faced recently is when we deviated from that. But I'll tell you this, I heard him say that in January 17, we started implementing it. I heard him say that in January 17. We started implementing it in February. And by December 17, we hit our first 6-figure sales month. I think it was like a little over $101,000. And part of that, we weren't even selling the one solution because we were going through the first few iterations of delivering it to a smaller group of people, right? We refined what we did into one solution. We went out there, started selling it using one conversion method, one traffic source. Got the first wave of clients, I don't know, about 25 or so, did another wave about 35 or so. Then we took a little break for a few months, and it was kind of around like July is we came back and we went really strong into December. And the last few months of the year, we were kind of getting on that 7-figure run rate before hitting our first 6-figure sales month of many to follow, right? And so literally in about a year, just about, and a little bit less if you count the time where we weren't actually selling in here, following this advice of the 5 1s, one avatar, one solution, one conversion method, one traffic source, 1 year, we were able to make the transition from a done-for-you agency into selling our flagship online leverage program, which is called Foundations, over and over and over again, getting really good at delivering it, clients getting results doing it, optimizing our funnel for it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we propelled so fast, right? And when we teach this to our clients and they really start to simplify down, life just gets easier. There's less noise. You know exactly where you need to focus on who and on what and what to do, and figuring out what to say yes and no to becomes a whole lot easier, right? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you're in this place where you feel like you're kind of all over and you're kind of struggling and or at least plateaued, take this like I took it when I was sitting in that audience of, I hear this and I was like, man, that's kind of scary, but like this guy's done it multiple times. Like I'm going to go all in on this. And, seeing it is one thing, applying it and living it for a year is a different thing. And, if you do it for 2 or 3 months and you start to get traction and you bail on it, you'll kind of drop down. We kind of stopped, drinking the Kool-Aid around like month 16, and we saw some, downturn because of it, which hurt. And we've refocused and we're back building that back up. But like, that's the thing. It's like you fall off track and very quickly and easily because you're diluted and spreading yourself too thin. Growth becomes just way harder than it has to be. So focus on the 5 1s if you want to make your business a bit more scalable and start growing faster than ever. If you'd like our help, there's a link below where you can schedule a free consultation. We can chat about how we can help you do this in your agency and make that transformation just like we did. And if you're listening, just visit system.ly/apply, grab a time on our calendar. Now, if you're not in our free Facebook community, the Scalable Service Provider, hop on Facebook, do a little search for Scalable Service Provider, or click the link below if you're watching the video here on YouTube, and join us. It's a group where we share a lot of videos just like this outside of the podcast, answer your questions, and it's a community of people trying to make that transition from done-for-you agency doing custom projects to, the leverage business that you want and you crave. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Go ahead and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already, and we really appreciate if you leave a rating and review for the show, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care.